Well, let's get things started with the Vanguard newspaper, guys. Vanguard newspaper focuses on politics 2027. Oh, yes, it is what it is at the end of the day. But take a look at how the Vanguard leads today. Defections. PDP's collapse imminent. And who's saying that? Who are the people saying that? Who's predicting that? There you have it. Ganduje. And guess who else? Wike.
Why are we not surprised?
Well, you should be surprised. One of them is a member of the PDP.
That's why we're not surprised.
That's why you should be surprised that someone is predicting. But hey, let's take a look at the explainer, or at least another side to this. And this is coming from Wabara, saying our party will rise again in 2027. I love that. So it's a page 5 read on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning, or Vanguard newspaper, I should say. Quite a number of things to unpack from this one. So let's join media and public affairs analyst Adeni Fetayo, joined us from Johannesburg this morning. Mr. Fetayo, welcome to the program. The statement that the collapse of PDP is imminent from, understandably now, the national chairman of the APC, but from a former governor, the FCT minister, and a member of the PDP. Some have said PDAPC, but there's nothing like that officially. Are you surprised at this? Is this something you're also predicting? How does this hit you?
Yeah, you can't continue to do the same thing and expect different results. I want to take a cue from the former governor of Rivers State, that's FCT minister, who said that the problem they had in 2023 is glaring at them this time around. When you said it was like you should make your intention known. Oh, we are zoning the chairmanship party to this region of the country. We are zoning the presidency to this region of the country. But when you are speaking with your two mouths and you are saying that, that to him, you are not ready for the election. You are not ready to win an election at all. And it was former governor of Lamido who fired the first shot, said that even Ganduje, will definitely join PDP. So they had to fire back. So they are just trading word, and it's all about 2027 when both parties should be concerned how good governance can be enshrined, or how people can feel the governance, the dividends of democracy. Is not just a trading word about 2027. Where they say, like they say, where two elephants fight, it's only the grass that suffers.
So, okay, let's get to the next dailies. The fight continues. It's what we call interest wrangling among the members of the PDP. And until everybody drops their ego, I maintain that the PDP and the PDP understands its challenges. They know what is wrong. They know how they can fix their problem. Whether they have the courage to do so and call out those they should call out and make tough decisions is going to be the difference between what they will do now and in 2027. Let's go to the Guardian newspaper. Guardian is leading with World Bank admits Nigeria's economic progress, says prices remain high. Like typical of the Guardian, they've done some bit of an explainer with some infographics there. So I read a bit of the Nigeria development updates. You can see the strengthening of the macroeconomic dashboard in that sense. But the budget too ambitious. Assumptions were totally flat out of space. Trying to do all of the mitigation at the moment. Prices are still high. And then the interventions to cushion all of that is still a challenge. Mr. Fetayo, what do you have to say to this?
Yeah, regardless of the economy reform that is, making a progress in that direction, if you see affecting the common man, because the high cost of living is so eminent, is so visible that people are not buoyant to afford the common thing, the basic things of life. So World Bank, in their approach, they have realized that the current administration, they are doing pretty well But as long as price remain high, that the common man cannot afford the basic thing, they still have a long way to go. Just like last year, this year in 2024, what they generated almost twice of, or the revenue was almost twice of what they had in 2023. So I hope most of it did not end up in the private pocket of the politician. But until our government begins to make their policies, make sure that they have impact in the life of the people of the governed, we will still remain the same. We'll still be talking of the same thing. Any progress that does not, affect the common man, that does not giving them power, purchasing power to do more than what they have been doing before, I don't see that as a progress. But of course, they must put something in the paper.
Okay. Well, the next paper pretty much, trails on the position of the Guardian newspaper this morning, and that's Blueprint. Blueprint is reporting the same for its big story. Tinubu's reforms restoring stability to Nigeria's economy. That's ascribed to the World Bank. And there are two writers there. Says country recorded 3.4% growth in 2024. Lauds improved transparency in NNPC Limited. And I wonder, what activities in that space is causing the World Bank to assume this position that there's improved transparency in the NNPC. The new administration, the new board of the NNPC has only had just about a month or so to begin work. But there's more from the World Bank on the top left corner of Blueprint newspaper, Mr. Ifetayo, and well, of course, related to the World Bank, but this is ascribed to the Minister of Information. Nigeria has repaid $3.4 billion IMF COVID-19 loan. For you, Mr. Ifetayo, what are you ascribing this progress to, as against, the adoption of the World Bank policies that are in fact causing some of these difficulties, high prices, as you have talked about earlier on?
If you remember, towards the end of last year, some of our refineries that have not been working, like Warri Refinery, they are beginning to increase their production and all of that. And Nigeria's economy is an oil-dominated economy. So in that regard, there have been progress. Of course, the number we show, even if it's one figure or two figure thereabout. And recently as well, one of the reform that they are saying that any goods, any services, any product that can be domesticated, that can be sourced, locally, henceforth, all the MDAs, all the government agency, to make that their priority. And of course, I think in the area of our borders, regional trade, because of world trade that is going on, I think most of the government agencies are beginning to look inward. And of course, coming out of post-COVID, and where you need to look inward to do so many things, I think one number here, one number there is adding to it. So I think that's one of the things they are looking at. And of course, you can look at what is going on in NNPC. So many people have been retrenched or have been sacked or have been stopped, and to make sure that everything is being transparent. NNPC is one of the agencies that does not have a budget. They spend, from the cost of running NNPCs from what they garner. So those are the things that I think the World Bank is alluding this progress to. And I think if it is one number, as long as it has effect on the Nigerian people, and that's what I can call it a progress. But just on the newspaper alone, I don't see that as a progress, so to say.
Well, Mr. Ifetayo, we can't emphasize it enough that this progress report in terms of microeconomic development will cascade to the macro level, where we're hoping to see reduced prices. But we must thank you, as always, for your time and your analysis on the newspaper review segment on the Morning Brief. Mr. Adeni Ifetayo is a media consultant. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here once again.